Item Number SCP-4290 Security Level 5 Containment Class Keter Disruption Class Amida Risk Class Critical Special Containment Procedures. All available military assets are at the site of SCP-4290 sealing and are prepared to use any means necessary to neutralize the anomaly. Mobile Task Force Alpha-1 Red Right Hand, Mobile Task Force Tau 5 Samsara, and Mobile Task Force Nu 7 Hammer Down have been outfitted with experimental paratech weaponry and are situated within SCP-4290's containment perimeter. Grids of nuclear means have been planted in the vicinity of the sealing site, prepared to detonate if Foundation assets are destroyed. The Darkest Break orbital strike system has been enabled in the event of a breach past the containment perimeter. Emergency shelters for civilians and selected Foundation personnel are being prepared in the event that containment measures fail. The probability of failure is undetermined. Description: SCP-4290 is a Class 1 esoterical entity that was thaumaturgy sealed approximately 10,000 years in the past. Its seal is expected to break in the next 7 days. The site of the sealing: SCP-4290 Lock is in Qinghai Lake at the depth of 32.8 meters from the surface and is constructed from 8 beryllium bronze totems. The totems resemble armored humans, engraved with networks of banishing runes, and arranged onto the points of an 8-foot fractal pan carved into the lakebed, 20 meters wide. Bursts of red light are periodically released from the center. These have intensified in brightness over the past month. Information on SCP-4290 has been recovered from SCP-1726 and other such anomalous record sources. A translated excerpt on the entity from the unknown writer is below. The child rolled its 10 mouths to the heavens, stretched wide 20 arms, and ripped the umbilical cord from the sack on its head. The warrior surged to its legs, hoping to tear those newly born limbs before they could move, but from the mouths spilled torrents of darkness and dead geometries. None could flee. Reality rippled with the warriors stretching along its folds, and the darkness crunched into the skulls with flares of scarlet. The child wheezed, dragging skeletal fingers through the dead and the land around. The fingers retracted, flames burst, then subsided, wax rained, then dissolved. Then the island, its warriors, and every soul still left melted into the darkness. For 10 days the child drank it. All the world trembled. Addendum 4291 Repair Attempts. On the 2nd of August 2022, televisions in Shanghai province and outlying areas abruptly displayed images of an entity matching SCP-4290 rising over a melting cityscape with an androgynous voice telling viewers to repair the child's locks. This has repeated in frequency, with the voice shifting to say there is little time left. Repair. Investigations led to the discovery of SCP-4290 lock. Efforts into finding means by which SCP-4290 lock could be reinforced were launched. Searchers of SCP-1726 undercover excursions into the Wondrous Library and ruins of specific far-past civilizations found that this is not the first time the seal has needed repairs. Civilizations including the Abakicians, the Shah dynasty, and ancient Ortothans have strengthened the seal with sacrificial rituals and engraving of new runes onto the totems. The last group to have performed this were the Dayfites, shortly before their culture was destroyed, circa 270. The Foundation Department of Occult Containment arranged for the rites and engravings to be performed. A submersible containing the ritual setup Note: requiring 3 human cadavers and the live heart of an angel, the materials would vanish on ritual completion, and remotely operated underwater vehicles. With coffin equipment descended to the center of SCP-4290 lock on the 9th of August, 2022. However, halfway through performance of the ritual, a red light burst accompanied with the release of high levels of gamma radiation and heat occurred. Radiation damage caused the ROVs to accidentally damage existing runes, and the interruption of the ritual led to only 2 cadavers and half the heart to vanish as planned. Television broadcasts repeated later that day, its voice now stating, "The sacrifice did not reach the 10 miles. Brace." Addendum 4292. 15th of August, 2022 defection incident. At 0100 hours, several personnel stationed at Shanghai Lake acted against Foundation orders and fled the area. One of the involved agents, Agent Zenobia Morenos, left the following message on a piece of paper in their quarters before leaving. "Do we think we can actually stop this? No civilizations before us wanted to fight the child. None of them. Hell, Shog had better tech than anything we've got, and even they were afraid. The sacrifices won't work anymore. It refuses to consume them. They aren't enough to cessate it. Once that seal breaks, we'll have the world of molten darkness, and the child will be all that's left. Eating, drinking. No fools for staying." Activation of ways to extra-dimensional spaces was detected nearby. Tracking is not considered a priority. Addendum 4293. Sealing updates. 16th of August, 2022. Seismometers have detected a series of high-energy seismic pulses radiating from directly under SCP-4290 lock, consistent with models on the effects of dimensional distortion on terrain. Red light now encompasses the entire sealing site, and the totems are observed to be crumbling. Personnel are advised to wait and prepare. File revised, displaying new additions. Addendum 4294. Scenario 4290 Unlock. On the 17th of August, 2022, the totems comprising SCP-4290 lock disintegrated. Military assets assembled at the shore of Shanghai Lake, and 10 minutes later, a 40-meter-long emaciated humanoid organism matching descriptions of SCP-4290 paced out of the ground and onto the seabed. Orders were sent to only fire once activity was observed. Personnel waited 2 hours. After a further hour of waiting, ROVs were sent to SCP-4290, followed by an expeditionary crew equipped with Lambda model thermometer hazard suits. Dozens of human corpses and hearts used in the sacrificial repair rituals rested on the entities' mouths, none of them being consumed. No thermic radiation, psi-wave emissions, or any other signs of activity were registered. All life functions in SCP-4290 had ceased. Inside autopsies were performed. Based on these, the entity is estimated to have died approximately 9,000 years ago. The cause of death was determined to be malnutrition. SCP-4290 has been reclassified as neutralized.